students, and welcome back to another video from your favorite English school, English Solutions for Business and Life. This time around, we'll be checking Unit 4 for our engineering course. And this time around, we'll be talking about tools. So, let's start. Let's begin. All right. So once again, this time around, I'm gonna check. We're gonna check the pronunciation. We're gonna check the pronunciation, and then I'm gonna give you an example, brief example. Most of these words you already know because you are engineers or are studying engineering. So I will try to go fast on this so that we don't take too much time. Okay. So please repeat after me if possible. Wire stripper. Wire stripper. Wire stripper. That's the first word. Second word, screw. 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 The third word, screwdriver. 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 Perhaps my handwriting was not that great. Let me correct it. I-V-E-R. Driver. A little better. The next one, soldering iron. Soldering iron. Soldering iron. Next word, drill. 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 And the last one, pliers. 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 So don't forget that we're talking about tools, and a tool is anything we use to do our job. They can be physical, they can be software, they can also be abilities, etc., etc. All right, so let's have. Oh, actually, we don't have that one. Let me write it down. Let's check it. Vise, vise, vise. My bad. Sorry, I have forgotten about that one. Well, this is a vise. There's not too much explanation to it. I'm pretty much sure what you know what this is. The second one is wire stripper. Wire stripper. The difference with this and the normal plier, the one that I'm going to explain later, is that this one is designed for wires. Yes, a wire, any conductor that we use to connect to terminals to run electricity or signal. And as you can notice here, this part, we have different sizes or formats. And we have another part where we can cut these wires as well. Let's move on. The next one is screw. Screw. The screw is this little thing that we use in order to connect or put devices together. The next one would be screwdriver. So we use the screwdriver in combination with this one, so that we can connect or put together two devices or two ends or two pieces of plastic or metal or wood. Next one would be the soldering iron. Soldering irons are used to connect circuits, to make them touch between each other on a circuit board. The next word would be drill, and that one, this, as you know, is to make holes on a wall or a surface. The next ones would be the pliers, and what the pliers do is that we can unscrew several things. It's a very complete tool that we almost always use whenever we want to fix or take apart a device. Well, thank you very much for watching. This one was a short one. Don't forget that we talked about tools, and we checked the most important ones, which are wire strippers, screwdrivers, screws, soldering irons, drills, pliers, and vise. Have a great day, and I'll see you on our next video. Bye-bye. Hello. Hello there, students, and welcome back to another video from your favorite English school, English Solutions for Business and Life. This time around for our engineering course, where we'll be covering Unit 5, and Unit 5 is about energy, something very closely related to what we do and what we study in engineering. So let's begin. Okay, so we have a set of 6 words that we're going to check today. Once again, I expect you to repeat each word in front of the computer so that you can practice that pronunciation and be ready with it in class. So please repeat: decelerate, 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 stopping distance, stopping distance, stopping distance, kinetic energy, kinetic energy, kinetic energy, potential energy, potential energy, potential energy, force, force, work, work. Alright, so now let's give some examples of all these words that I just mentioned. Example number 1. The stopping distance of some cars can cause accidents. Well, the longer the stopping distance is, the more time it will take this car or this object to stop, to fully stop. And of course, if this distance is very long, it can cause an accident and it can be potentially deadly. Second example, when you press the brakes on your car, it will decelerate. Well, this is a very obvious example, but I couldn't find another way to explain it. We do not press the brakes. Car does not stop. We press the brakes and it decelerates. Speed starts to go down. Okay, the next example. Still objects have potential energy, whereas moving objects possess kinetic energy. So our potential energy is energy that comes from objects that are not moving, and moving objects provide kinetic energy, or energy in movement. Next example, force is energy, work is the action a machine performs. So yeah, don't forget that force is the unit or the noun, whereas work is the action that any machine or person does. Let's do some recap. So then again, we're checking Unit 5 for our engineering course. We're talking pretty much about energy. And we checked decelerate, stopping distance, kinetic energy, potential energy, force, and work. We provided some examples such as the stopping distance of some cars can cause accidents. When you press the brakes on your car, it'll decelerate. Still objects have potential energy, whereas moving objects possess kinetic energy. Don't forget that force is energy, and work is the action that a machine or person performs. Well, thank you very much for watching. I am Emmanuel Cruz, and I am at your disposition whenever you want to get in touch with me. You can check with Mr. Adrian, our director, about further information, recommendations, suggestions about our videos. Don't forget that you can watch your videos as many times as you want in class or in your house. And you can also download them so that you can have them at home and watch them as many times as you would like. Have a great time, and I'll see you on our next video for Unit 6. Bye-bye. Hello there, students, and welcome back to another video from your favorite English school, English Solutions for Business and Life. This time around, we're working on Unit 6, which is called Simple Machines, and we'll be covering all this information from our book of engineering. Let's begin. Okay, so I'm going to say each word, and I expect you to repeat it. I'm going to say it 3 times, as well, and I expect you to repeat it 3 times as well. So repeat after me. Lever, lever, lever. Load, load, load. Wedge, wedge, wedge. Wheel, wheel, wheel. Axle, axle, axle. Fulcrum, fulcrum, fulcrum. Okay, so I have to be honest with you. I'm not very much of an expert when it comes to most of these terms. So what I did, I got a picture for you to visualize here. So you can see here is the effort applied to this area of the platform, and here's our load, our counterweight, that is providing a resistance toward what we have in here. And this is our fulcrum, the area that is supporting, the point in the middle that is supporting between the effort applied and the load. Alright, the next one, well, this is an example of a wedge. A wedge in engineering can have lots of uses. This is one that used to keep, for example, to keep your door from opening. I'll excuse myself if I'm not too knowledgeable of this, but I couldn't get another way to explain it myself. I just hope that you can provide in the comments, you can provide more information, whereas how this works, or maybe a wider explanation of this. The next word we have here is wheel and axle. So pretty much self-explanatory. We have a wheel here, and we have the axis, or in this case the axle, that is crossing it, making it able to move or spin. Once again, thank you very much for watching. This was a very short one. Let's recap a little bit on this. Don't forget that we're doing Unit 6 for your engineering book called Simple Machines. We started talking about levers, loads, wedges, wheels, axles, and fulcrums, and we provided some very humble example of how this works or how it is explained. Wedge, wheel and axle, etc., etc. So one tip for the day would be watch your favorite movies or series. I'm gonna abbreviate movies or series with subtitles in English. The idea is that you watch them with no subtitles at all. However, watching them with subtitles can provide you with a lot of knowledge when it comes to vocabulary, for example, or grammar as well. It's we're emulating reading a book. So you read, you listen at the same time. So you have 2 inputs. You're watching the movie or the series, and you're also reading what these people are saying. By doing this, you increase your vocabulary and also your grammar. It works best when you watch a movie that you already know or a series that you already have seen. This helps a lot because you more or less already have an idea. If you want to find a better challenge, watch a new movie or a new series only in English, with subtitles in English at the first time, and with time we can start doing it with no subtitles. This is Emmanuel Cruz, and it's always a pleasure to be talking to you, English Solution for Business and Life student. and I hope we meet soon. Bye bye.
Hello there and welcome back to another video from your favorite English school, English Solutions for Business and Life. Sorry. Alright, so this time around we'll be covering Unit 9 called The Scientific Method, and this was all, of course, all for you in engineering students and for your engineering course. So let's get started. Let's start sorry about that. Let's begin, guys. So we have these words, 6 of them, quite easy. I'm gonna give you a brief explanation with an example after we check the vocabulary, the pronunciation itself. So please repeat after me. Observation, observation, observation. Data, data, data. Variable, variable, variable. Analyze, analyze, analyze. Control, control, control. Dissipate, dissipate, dissipate. So let's give a quick explanation and a brief example. So for variable is something that changes during an experiment. And an example would be, during the project, we ran into 3 new variables. So what does this mean? That 3 things changed during our experiment. Maybe they changed in measurement, maybe they changed in value, in weight, in density, etc., etc. So that's some things that changed. Or they can also be things that we cannot perceive physically. Maybe we're talking about people. Maybe we are talking about behavior, etc. All right, let's not spend too much time on this. The next one, observation, would be a particular event or behavior that you witness or that you see. Yes. The example, I was able to obtain valuable information or info from my last observations. So yeah, I saw, I looked, I witnessed certain patterns, certain behavior, certain things, and that provided me with important information for my project or for my test or experiment. Next one, data. Data is something that you collect or study. Data can be physical or it can be intangible, like software or just information in a computer. Example, we lost a lot of data when my laptop got virus. So well, yeah, very common thing, very bad too. Computer gets virus, information gets lost, so your data is lost. Let's move on to the next one. Analyze. Alright, well, to analyze is to study something closely to learn more about it. It's pretty much the way we use it it's very, very similar to the word in Spanish. And an example would be, Carlos asked us to analyze the samples before the presentation. So before we were able to present our findings or our information about a project or experiment, somebody asked us to analyze, to check, double check, triple check the information or the samples in this case. Samples can be biological, it can be the product or a beta. Well, you know what a beta is, right? A beta test of a software, for example. Let's move on to the next one. Control. Well, control is something that does not change in an experiment. For example, we believe we have full control over the status of the project. We believe that we have all the power over the project. It cannot change unless we say so. And the last one, dissipate, is to slowly become less strong or disappear. And an example would be we had to dispose of the material since it dissipated beyond repair. So the material was not good anymore. It had a good state in the beginning, but as time went by, it dissipated beyond repair. Like means that we cannot use it anymore for our experiment or to provide us with important or valid information. Okay, well, so that would be it. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Emmanuel Cruz, and I hope that you're having a good time with these videos, and I hope that they're, other than having fun or whatever, I really hope that they are useful to you. And you can watch them as many times as you want if you have any questions about vocabulary. Have a good one and see you around.